Okay. Who's stopping Picaz from moving any further?
I will try to contact him only to realize, oh yes, his comlink is gone.
Okay, so I guess then we're all going inside the front door to start with, and we're looking for Picaz.
And I could try to contact him through the forest, but
Yeah, so when exactly did Picaz leave?
Like when everyone got out of the car the car stopped moving.
Okay, are you trying to be stealthy or are you just going?
I don't think I thought about it.
Okay, everyone else give me a perception check to see if you noticed.
Surely Kalani noticed.
Oh, you really noticed now. That's why you didn't see the tarps, because you were busy, like, why is Picaz walking away?
Picaz, wait, come back.
Kalani always notices these things.
Does Picaz listen to me?
Probably not.
Chase after him. Picaz!
Okay, so you're chasing after him while everyone's looking for a tarp. Okay.
No, we already found the tarp.
No,
we already found it.
He popped out as soon as you guys stopped the speeder. So this is like as you're looking for a tarp to cover it. This is happening.
Oh.
Both Lexa and I rolled over 25. I don't see him having a stealth roll anywhere, so.
Yeah, I mean, and you also hear
stealth.
No, you also hear Kalani yell after him, like, "Come back!"
Oi, Picaz, we need you here, lad. Come back here.
Why?
Why? Because we'd like to go in this together before somebody else gets blown up.
We have a plan. We need to enact it together. Once we actually have a plan.
And somewhere along the line, we really need to get you some proper clothes again.
I'm sure the senator probably has at least 24 different variations that he would probably like.
Yeah, but meanwhile, we're down here.
So, Picaz was staring at you, blinking, and then when you mentioned clothes, he's sort of moving his hips back and forth, like a skirt thing. He's kind of out of it.
Right. Because, please, focus. Come here. Now, let's go over the plan one more time, just so we're all certain where we're going. We're all going to go through the front door. I'm going to try and distract the security guard and tell them I'm with maintenance or something and that I need to check their servers, while the rest of you go inside the building. Some of you are going to look and see if you can find a back way entrance that someone might escape from. The rest of you are going to watch the door. Some of you are going to watch the door. And then I feel like there was one more thing we were going to do.
Were there any other ways in or out?
That's what someone with stealth should go and look for.
Alright, we can figure this out. I can give it a look. Don't expect 100% success here, but I'll see what I can come up with.
Once I get the information from the servers, then we can approach the building from all sides. Hopefully, and I hope perhaps you could look and keep an eye on the building, see if there's who's in there, what kind of information we can gather there. Then we'll go inside and we'll catch them off guard, either incapacitate them or, if they resist, do other things, and then try and convince them to give up or anything we're missing from the data. That sound about right to everyone?
Sounds about right.
I think I was distracted during part of that because of the guys posting memes. Why?
It was relevant at the time when we posted it.
Everyone know what they're doing?
I believe I'll be sneaking in the back, or at least investigating to see if anybody is going to come in from the back.
Okay, what am I doing?
Do you want to go with Eaton and keep an eye on the door?
Okay.
Alright. Because, is there anything you want to add to this plan?
No.
Preferably without blowing yourself up.
Yeah.
I don't have bombs.
Alright.
And he looks sad.
Well, you're pretty stealthy too, so perhaps you should go with Aelund. See if you can find back ways. That way there's 2, and, well, I can take care of myself. I've got Riz. I
But
just
the
tap my
place
device.
is up there, and he points with his stick up at the building.
Yes, but I only have to get access to the building's servers, which is likely in a maintenance room. Once I get what I need, I can make my way up.
Up there.
Alright, are we ready?
As ready as I'll be. How about you? And Elon will look at everyone else.
Good to go. And I'm gonna tell R1S to go to turn a stealth field generator and to stay close to me.
Alright, just so I can keep Scarlet's going into the building, and the Jedi are standing outside the front entrance, and then forget what Pakaz and Elon are doing.
We are investigating the back, seeing if we can't use our stealth capabilities to see if there's a secondary way into the server room.
I thought you said this was an apartment complex.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, my imagining is that they would be standing outside of the door that we know that the whoever's are, where the cameras are going. Is it just the apartment complex entirely, or is there a specific room in there?
Pakaz pointed to like a look about on the 5th floor, kind of in the center of the building.
Okay, that's where I meant to have the rest of them, the Eaton and Kalani, to go and look. So, like, on the 5th floor, to make sure no one tries to leave from the main entrance of the 5th floor.
Well, I mean, there's like stairs and elevators and things that lead to all the floors, so...
Yeah, but, like, 2 people should be able to cover that, right? I
mean, they can try.
Right. I'm not crazy. This was the plan, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty certain it was.
I thought we were going to be outside the building.
I mean, what would be the point of that? There's a lot of ways to leave. My impression, I thought we were going to make sure we were keeping an eye on the doorway or the level with which the baddies were living.
Yeah, I mean there's like a main entrance to the apartment complex, but then you can tell there's a lot of other side entrances. Well, not a lot, but a few. And some of them look like they might be directly connected to stairs that lead from, like, that are connected to all of the floors. So there's not, like, only one way to get onto and off of a floor. Basically, as many
Okay, so
exits
how
that there
are we
are.
going to do this? Yeah, this is why I asked about other ways to get in and out.
Right, and because and Barry gotta go find those other ways, but I'm talking like the most obvious entrances. That's where you and Eaton would cover. I would go digging through their computers. I'll have R1S with me, so if we want, I could leave him in the lobby and see who tries to leave through the bottom floor, through that main door. No one will be able to see him, and he can communicate to me, internally.
This is complicated. Okay then. What counts as the most obvious way in and out?
Like the elevator and the main stairway.
Okay then.
I mean, unless someone, I'm not trying to take over here. Is there some other thing people were thinking? I'm just trying to get us through the door.
I mean, out of character, I think we could just all handle them just by bum rushing the room as a group.
But we don't know what we're walking into.
This is true.
Are we even sure which room?
That too.
Yes. But I mean, one person is.
So, are we going with this?
This being which plan? I'm confused now.
Okay, I mean, I'm going into the lobby. I'm going to take care of the lobby stuff. Talk to the manager of the building, get some information about what we're heading into. Aelon and Pakaz are going to go through and look, see about back entrances, and maybe see if they can figure out which actual door the people are behind using stealth. And you and Eaton would keep track of the 5th level and see who comes in and out through the main entrances, the elevator and the stairway.
Right, using stealth, figure out who's behind what?
You can walk on walls, can't you?
For one turn.
Okay.
What does that have to do with this?
You might. Well, I was thinking you could walk on the outside of the building.
I can't get up 5 stories.
That's
No. I mean,
kind of how
probably windows. You could probably and he said there are outside entrances into there, so you could go through the outside and maybe hop on windows or something. I don't know, but just be the stealth sort of backup to find back entrances or more information be unnoticed. So,
Okay, so is everybody good with this?
I think so.
All right. Yeah. What order are you guys going in?
I'll head in first to try and grab the attention of whoever's at the desk. So hopefully the rest of you guys can just walk on past.
I'm as confused as Mikaz actually is.
Oh dear.
Just follow
So-
Ayland.
So me and Natan
Probably
are.
have to redirect Mikaz to follow Elon as he probably heads towards the door. Initially.
Guys, you're supposed to go with Aeland.
Come with me, lad. We'll go around the back.
All right. So, yeah, Lexa, as you walk in, you can tell it's a little bit run down, and there's some unsafer characters chilling in the lobby, and the person behind the desk, as far as you can tell, looks human, but doesn't really look to be paying much attention to anything.
Okay. I gotta think of a line to feed him. Hold on.
And as you get closer, you kind of notice that he's actually had his head in his hands, and it almost looks like he's asleep.
Okay. I approach the desk, and if he doesn't wake up as I approach, I'm gonna let him sleep there and wait for the rest of my party to disappear before waking him.
All right. So, Alon and Fakaz head around the back of the building, but soon after you enter, Lexa, the two Jedi walk in. And their presence doesn't go unnoticed by the other people waiting in the lobby, but the guy at the desk does not wake up as they go past him. And just kind of past the lobby, there's a main staircase connected to it and elevator. So do you guys want to wait on the lobby floor? Or are you guys going up to the 5th floor?
I'm pretty sure the plan sounded like it was going up to the 5th floor.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess whichever one of you wants to take the stairs and whichever one wants to take the elevator, decide that.
Well, was someone saying something?
I accidentally pressed the button, but I didn't say anything.
Oh. I can take the stairs.
Yeah, so you just walk up the stairs. It's fairly dusty, and you kind of can see some what looks like it might be bloodstains on the floor, and some other stuff on the floor, like leftover trash and some other stuff like that. But you make it up to the 5th floor, no problem. And then E10, you go to the elevator. Well, sorry, turbo lift, because we're in Star Wars. You go to the turbo lift, and surprisingly, there's no card access or anything. You can just hit the button and go right out to the 5th floor. And it's a little rickety, but it gets you there fairly slowly. Kalani actually beats you up taking the stairs. All right, so Lexa, you can see them both get through and leave, and the other people in the lobby kind of nervously look at each other and kind of walk out of the building because they kind of notice that there are Jedi here. They're not really a fan of that.
Okay. I tell Riz through the internal comlink to stand not in front of the main entrance doorway, but just off the side so people don't stumble over him, and keep track of who goes in and out of the front door. And to tell me about that.
Yeah, do you want him to be invisible or...
Yeah, I had him stealth before we entered.
Okay. Can you roll for him, or does not? Do I need to roll for him?
I don't have his sheet.
Okay, then I will roll that for him.
He has a generator, I believe. Stealth generator.
Yeah, they can turn invisible.
He rolls with it. Yeah, okay.
There we go. Okay, so yeah, he's invisible and standing next to the entrance.
Okay, as soon as my party is out of sight, I will just slam on the counter, slam my hand down, and wake him up.
Who? What? Who? What?
Hello there. Coruscant Hall Maintenance. I'm here about your problem.
Problem? What problem would that be? The everything?
Your server problem. Weren't you one of the people that called?
Server problem?
Yes, there's a nasty Trojan roaming about the HoloNet servers. It's leaking information from private individuals around this particular area. I've been instructed to go around and check and see and try and wipe it out of each individual server.
Yeah, give me a deception check.
Oh yeah!
Oh, wow.
That way.
Yeah, looks at you. Still looks a little bit confused. He's like, well, I mean, it's been running slow for forever, but what exactly is the problem?
Private information from servers are getting leaked out to the wider HoloNet. Establishments such as yours that wish to keep their privacy of their customers are no longer able to guarantee that. I'm simply going through and deleting all of the Trojan programs that have been infecting the systems.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, the system's right back here. It's small. I mean, we just have information about payments and things. It's pretty old, though. I'm not sure if he'll be able to get into it. And he'll kind of wave you behind the desk. There's a kind of a side entrance to the back room.
Thank you. I'll need complete privacy in order for me to do this. I work better alone.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, I gotta stay at the front desk anyway. But yeah, he kind of walks around the corner to the back room and points towards the general vicinity, and he's like, "Yeah, just let me know when it's done. What kind of... Well, is there a charge for this?
I closed the door without answering him.
Ma'am, I need to report to my supervisor."
Okay. I'm ignoring him, and I'm going to start plugging into the server, and I'm going to try and see if I can find the exact IP address that Kalani showed me, and hack into that system on the 5th floor.
Okay, so the system is like cobbled together from a bunch of like old parts, and there's some questionable electronics happening here with the way the system is set up. Part of you wonders how it even functions, really, but there's not really any problems getting into it. It doesn't really have security at all.
Okay.
So yeah, so you're trying to look for like on like the HoloNet network to find the IP address, like its exact location.
Yes, exact location, where in the room, which room it is, and then see what, because the cameras were being fed back to that IP address. I want to see what those cameras saw. I want to try and get into that information, that computer's information.
Okay, make a use computer check. Okay, so as you're kind of digging through the code here, you see, well, there's not really a lot of hardline kind of things built into the system, so, and it doesn't look like the servers are currently connected to that IP address. So you think that it's probably some sort of mobile device.
Can I kind of use the servers to boost a signal and try and hack it, hack that whatever the mobile device is, kind of remotely through the HoloNet?
So you're going to try and find the device?
Yeah, and the room it's in to start with.
Okay. Yeah, give me another use computer check. Okay, so you're getting the stuff kind of set up to try and look for this thing, and you notice that the server connections are starting to spark a little bit. Do you want to address that, or do you want to just keep going?
I mean, sure, I'll make a mechanics check. Try and fix
right.
it.
Yeah, so you're kind of fiddling with the connections. It looks like there's some uninsulated power sources a little bit, so you do what you can, but you're not exactly sure that you're going to be able to completely stop it from overheating or anything while you're working on it. But you kind of stop it for now. Okay, so yeah, so you go back into it, and you successfully boost some signal to try and locate this device. But you can't really find it at all. It looks like it probably has all wireless things shut off now. So it's basically not connected, and there's not really a way to find it through the HoloNet.
Can I try and sort of detect all the devices on the 5th floor and maybe see what rooms don't have any mobile devices.
Sure. And you were only kind of looking in the present. You could maybe attempt to look back to see if you can find any like location data to figure out where it was coming from before.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, give me another use computer check then. Yeah, so you search what rooms currently have devices active, and there's really not a lot of them. There's a lot of empty rooms, but you digging back through the logs, you kind of find location. It looks like the device mainly was coming from room 513, which is fairly close to the main entrance, like the main elevator, but kind of tucked away a little bit. But you're fairly certain that's where it was coming from. And it looks like it was last active about 40 minutes ago.
Okay.
Okay, Pakaz and Elon, give me some perception checks and or stealth checks.
Yeah, because stealth is more of he looks like a hobo.
Nice,
He's a
Ayla.
hobo.
I see things. For one,
It's not, so it's not that people don't see him, it's that he's just another crazy hobo.
Okay, so you guys successfully make it around the side of the building. And you see three... Well, Aelon, you see three exits in the back of the building. Because you kind of know where you think, like in the general area of where you think that the signal is coming from. So it looks like the middle one is probably the closest one to that apartment.
So, like, it's a door that goes into the first floor.
Yeah, if you walk up to them, I'll tell you more.
But I also walk up to the one that goes the closest. Is there balconies up above?
No, there are no balconies in this establishment.
How many feet up is the 5th floor?
That's got to be... the very bottom of it is going to be about 45-ish feet up. And the windows don't go all the way to the bottom, so it's probably almost 50 feet to the window ledge.
is there a like a scaffolding or a oh, the words now escape me. Basically a ladder on the outside that he could probably climb up to and then bounce off of to go up from there?
No, there doesn't look like there's any external stairs or anything.
So no external stairs, and there's just the 3 exits on the bottom floor. Okay.
Yes.
Kaz goes in.
All right, you're going in the central one? Okay. So you go in. You notice that it's there's another door inside that you presume leads to the first floor, and then there's a staircase that goes up.
Kaz goes up the stairs.
And Elon, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and follow him. The only thing is I'm gonna be careful as much as I can and see if I can't spot any traps or bad stuff that might happen.
All right. So as you're going up, you run into a Twillick man who's kind of going down the stairs in a hurry, but kind of quietly. And as he sees you, Pakaz, kind of like, "Hey guys, there's a Jedi on the 5th floor. Just thought you'd want to know. Be careful."
Kaz gives him a very wide-eyed look and he just nods up and down.
And this guy just kind of goes quietly past you, kind of clutching at his pockets.
Does it look like he has like any kind of computer data pad or something like that inside of his pockets?
Give me a perception check. Yeah, from an external look and like kind of as he's walking down, it doesn't look like his pockets are big enough for a data pad. But other than that, you can't really make out shapes of anything that's in his pockets.
Okay, and I'll say after him, you didn't see what floor they're heading to, did you?
Well, they got out on the 5th floor. I don't know. They're just standing there. I don't know what they're doing.
Oi, crazy Jedi. Alright, thanks for the tips.
Kaz is already gone.
Yeah, and the guy's just going down the stairs.
Twi'lek guy?
Yeah.
Okay, can I memorize his face or and his major features so that I could possibly identify him later?
Yeah, he's dressed kind of covering most of his body, but he's got bluish skin and weak jawline, which is unusual for Twillicks. But you kind of get a general sense of his face in the kind of few seconds they actually get to see him.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and make a mental note of this picture, or of this guy, and see if it comes to it, go ahead and see if we can't look this guy up afterwards, because he might be a connection.
Okay, other than that, there's nobody else on the stairwell. It's in the same kind of dingy condition as the staircase that Kalani went up. But you guys can make it to the 5th floor without any other contact with anyone. So, everyone who's on the 5th floor, what do you want to do? Because Lex has still been doing stuff with the server room. It doesn't take you guys that long to get up there.
Guarding, looking around, watching.
Yeah. The 2 Jedi, give me perception checks. Yeah, so you guys are both up there, and when you first get up there, you see the Twillick man, Kalani, kind of round the corner, see you, and kind of duck out and kind of go the other way. And other than that, Ethan, someone opens a door kind of right near where you're standing, but takes one look at you and just kind of closes it, muttering like, "Jedi." It's like, Other than that, there's not really much activity happening on the floor. It's very dimly lit. Some of the bulbs on the top of the ceiling look pretty burnt out. And there's just kind of disrepair everywhere. And then, Pakaz and Aeland, give me perception checks.
I'm rolling from that die all the time now, from the actual drop-down character sheet, not the little perception thing up at the top near initiative.
You're just getting a bunch of nat 20s. So,
Just wait for next week. It'll be a bunch of ones.
No, it'll all be nat 1s later, just for something else other than perception. Combat, nat 1s. Yeah, so you guys get up there, and it kind of looks... When you get up there, you're on the back of the building, so it's kind of wrapped around. There's side corridors with there's rooms in the center and on the exterior side, so you can't see Kalani or E10 from where you're standing. But from your side, there's not really any commotion either. There's not anyone moving around. It's pretty early in the morning. Okay, so as you guys are standing up there, then Lexa's still doing stuff, so we'll go back to her. So you're fairly certain you know what room it came from. 513.
Are there any cameras hooked up to this server?
No, there are not.
I am back.
And you have a feeling... Oh, Pakaz, give me a perception check. Although, never mind, you won't see anything more than Aeland did, so it's... You saw nothing. You didn't really see anything. But anyway, yeah,
So
there's...
what happened while I was gone?
You just made it up to the 5th floor and looked around. It's
Pakaz
kind of
would
like a
go
square...
straight for.
Yeah, so there's... Oh, so you just want to go straight for where you think it was coming from?
Pakaz would just go straight for the room. Yeah, where he thinks the IP address is, and just face through the door.
Okay, as you approach, you walk a little bit down to the side, but it's actually on the back of the building, kind of where you are. You think it's... As you get closer, you think that it may have been near like a wall of 2 adjoining rooms, so you're pretty sure it's either 513 or 511. You're not exactly sure which room it was. Now that you're actually close enough to get a look at it.
Okay. There's no cameras. Is potentially the power controlled by this or device nearby? Like for the lights?
So you just want to like cut power to the lights for the building?
No, not yet. I just want to see if that is a thing I can do.
Yeah, digging around in the server, it doesn't look like there's an automated connection to the lights. It looks like it's more manual than that.
Is there a plan for the building where I can figure out where the lights are?
Give me a perception check. Yeah, so you find a map, and as you're looking through it, as far as you can tell, it looks like all the electrical things are powered from the basement, and there are switches on all the buttons to turn on the lights on each of the individual floors as well.
Cool. Is there any mention of a security system to getting to the basement?
Not that you can see.
Give me 1 second to write this down, and then I'm going to do something else.
Okay. So which room is Pakaz phasing into?
Whichever the first one he reaches is, and he will maintain the power and just walk through the wall into the other one if they're right next to each other, if it doesn't seem like that's the right one.
Yeah, so you get to 513 first. Alon, are you going to try and stop him from doing this, or are you just going to let him walk off and do his thing?
This is Baquez. When does he ever listen to anything Alon says?
Alrighty.
Alon is going to follow, but of course, he's not going to stop him because Baquez does what he does.
Also, I don't think it's super obvious at first until he's just phasing through the door.
Okay, I want to calm my team now.
Okay, feel free to calm the team. So, because as you're stepping through, you make it through the door, no problem. And before you even have a chance to kind of take in what the room is, you hear on your comms, Lexa calling everyone.
He doesn't have.
Oh, right, you don't have comms. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I will tell Pakaz what he sees shortly, but feel free to calm everybody else.
We really need to get him a comm again.
Alright. I believe the people we're looking for are in room 514 and should be near the main elevator. I've also figured out a way that I could turn off power to the 5th level, potentially turn off the lights or any sort of security system or anything else that might be important there so you guys could get the jump on that room. I would mean me being in the basement, however. As far as his device and what he might have used, I believe it's mobile and turned off at the moment. But I would say about 50, almost an hour ago, he did access something from that device.
I don't think surprise is going to be an issue. Baquez just shifted through walked through the door. He's doing his Baquez stuff, walking through doors and such. But he entered into 513.
Then he should be next door.
Didn't I say? I thought I said that 513. If I said 514, I meant 513. I thought
Yeah, you said 13.
I thought I said 13 when I was talking to Alexa too, but
you said 14. I wrote it down.
Oops. Never mind. Okay. Then yes, he is next door.
That they're same room, 513. Or 514, whichever one.
Well, actually, he's not next door because the odds are on one side and the evens are on the other side. So
he's on the other side
Wait,
of.
I'm
Okay, so shortly he comes
But
back.
I really just messed
when you
everything up.
when you first said you mentioned
Wait,
13 or 15, I think.
13 or 11. Yeah, I just
something.
misspoke because I didn't, for some reason, write down the actual number anywhere because I don't have my finished notes. So he's in the same room that you think it's in, but he.
So 514.
Yeah, we're retconning and saying he's in 514 at the moment, but he doesn't have comms, so he doesn't know that.
Right. So I can either go downstairs and turn off the power, or I could do something else if you'd like.
It'd probably be better advised for you to do something else. Probably get up here or such. I don't think surprise is going to be of any help right now. Particularly since, like I said, Puck has just walked into the room. If anybody's in there, then surprise is not an element he has, and turning off the lights would probably hamper him more than anything else.
Alright, I'll make my way there then.
What about us?
Well, I don't see any reason why you can't go through the door.
If y'all are on the other side, you should be fine to get over here. We're at 514, and should be easy to find.
Alright, I'm heading there.
Okay, I'm gonna leave the server room. Kyler.
Sorry, I was dealing with Bazax stuff. What am I doing?
So I'm leaving the server room now.
Okay, yeah. So you exit the door, and as you do, it actually looks like the guy managed to fall asleep in like the 5 minutes that you were in there again.
I figured he would. Okay, and then I want to leave back out through the front door that I came in, taking R1S with me. And then I'm gonna look around. Is anyone looking in my general direction on the outside?
No.
Am I on the correct side where the apartment door or apartment room would be? Correct side of the building.
So it's actually on the back. It's more on the back side of the building, and it doesn't have a window. It's actually one of the interior rooms.
Okay, can I go around the back and see if there's a room next to it that has a window? Since I looked at the building plans. And I'm an awesome droid that remembers everything, right?
Yeah, I mean, so there's like, so it's on the interior side of the hallway. So nothing that's actually adjacent to the room will have a window. There will be something across from it that has a window.
Okay, I want to find that room. And I'm going to use, because it's probably faster, I am going to use my magnetic feet and walk up the building with R1S behind me.
Yeah, you can do that, no problem. But R1S, I don't think he has magnetic feet, so he can't climb the sides of buildings.
I thought he's been climbing.
Maybe?
His peoples have been climbing all over things.
Well, I don't think I've ever climbed straight up buildings, right? Anybody remember that?
Fine, I'll tie him to my cord from within my arm and drag him up behind me.
Yeah, so you make it up to the windows.
Do I see anyone within?
Make a perception check. Actually, you know what? Never mind. You can see. There's looks like there's somebody sleeping on a bed. It's like a studio apartment, so there's not a bedroom. It's just one room. It looks like there's someone sleeping.
Okay. I want to just kind of carefully pop open the window.
Yeah. So. Yeah, you're gonna have to
I'm really strong.
Well, yeah, no, I'm just trying to see. Like, you're gonna have to make. Give me a dexterity check. See if you can actually get your fingers around the edges to grab it. Yeah, you just managed to kind of get your fingers in enough that you can get a little bit of pull on it, and push it open a little bit.
Alright, I'm gonna try and push it open quietly. Then step into the room, carefully lift R1S into the room.
Alright, roll a stealth check then.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's-
this is gonna come back on us.
you just roll all the nat 20s right now. All right, yeah. So you get in, and even though the bed is like right next to the window, you don't even make a sound as you're opening it or stepping into the room.
Carefully untie R1S, put my cord away, and then we make our way to the door and quietly exit into the hall.
All right. Yep. You do that, and the person does not wake up. Okay, so it takes you a while to do that. So was everyone else actually heading to the room then? Right away when Lexa calmed that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figure
Okay.
it's like 4 steps for me, so.
Yeah, so yeah, Aelon gets there first for sure. And then you guys will probably be about 30 seconds behind him.
Elon is waiting at the door listening. Paquez may do his own thing, but, you know, Elon is not going to jump in to save him. Sorry, but he's not sturdy enough to take a shot for you.
Yeah, so are you like, how close to the door are you listening?
Probably within 3 inches. He's got his body actually sitting outside the door frame itself with his head tilted in, just listening to the doorway.
Yeah, so you can kind of make out what sounds like maybe some drawers opening and closing, but other than that, you don't really hear anything at all as you're standing there in the 30 seconds that it takes everyone else to get there.
As they get here, Elon would tell them that it sounds like drawers, and it's probably Paquez searching.
Okay, so because he used his own method of getting in, how is best to get in for us? How is best to get the door open? I don't imagine. Well, if necessary, we could cut it open, but I'd imagine that's not the ideal.
I should be joining you guys pretty soon.
With current political climate, I don't think cutting our way through is probably going to be the best. We can wait for Alexa. We can also kick in the door, which probably not going to be helpful either. We can try lockpicking, whatever we can do. It's probably best to wait, though.
Yeah, I could probably hack the door open.
So I guess we're waiting for Scarlet.
Should not be too long.
Taylor?
Yeah, hang on just a second. I am typing something for basic. Okay, yeah, so it takes 5 minutes for Alexa to make her way around the building, climb up, sneak through the door, and get to you guys.
Because I was smooth the whole way there.
All right, so once she gets there, what are you guys doing? Is Lexa trying to hack open the door?
I silently salute to the Jedi as I see them in the hallway. Is there anyone else in the hallway with us? Or are we alone?
Yeah, it looks like you're alone. It's about like 7. Well, it's about like 6:45-ish, I think, in the morning.
I'll have the door open in a moment. I'm gonna pick the lock. What should I roll?
Yeah, so it looks like like it's actually like an old school mechanical style lock, not a computerized lock. So I could probably be convinced that you could either make a dexterity check or a mechanics check.
Going with mechanic.
And give me an intelligence check.
Told you it was gonna come back.
All right. Yeah, so you successfully jimmy around and you feel things sliding through it.
Cool. Then I open it.
It is locked. You try to open the door and the handle won't even move.
Everything alright, Lexa?
It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm just gonna hit the handle. I'm just gonna bust the door open.
All right, give me a strength check.
This is stupid.
Alright, wait.
Seriously?
This is
All right.
great.
You go to kick the door down, and you
This is a bad neighborhood.
you miss, and you kick the door jamb instead, and with your droid legs, you leave a sizable hole in it.
Um,
And
Meant to do that. There's a rat there.
Alright. Can I reach through the hole she just made and unlock the door?
No, it's pretty low actually. So she missed pretty badly. It's at about like shin height, the hole.
Okay, I will peer through the hole. Paquez, can you unlock the door for us, please?
I already did.
Alright. It might still be locked. I will go to push it, or try to open the door.
As you go, the handle isn't moving. It seems locked to you.
Can I push
Oh,
the
wait.
door forward?
Because did you unlock the door the same time I did?
What?
I bet you jammed the door.
No, I unlocked the door when I came in.
Well,
Okay, alright. I'm done. This is it. I'm taking out Justice and I'm just gonna hack this door in. I'm not gonna be defeated by a door.
All right.
let me step back.
I don't care how many attack rolls I have to make, I'm bringing this door down.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Just go for it.
I will take 5 steps back.
All right. So where are you aiming at this door?
Where the handle is.
Okay. Yeah. So you hit it, and it cuts through it pretty well. It's kind of leaves a bunch of clutter behind it because it kind of makes a clean cut with a little bit of denting. The door is not that sturdy at all. So you're pretty sure that you got the locking mechanism with that one.
For good measure, I'm going to kick the door in with my foot.
All right, roll strength again.
Droid, guys, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
So,
I love this door.
as you're kicking it, there's some resistance from the remains of the locking mechanism. Some of the stuff seems to have like kind of slid, so it's making quite a bit of noise, but you eventually do manage to make it open. Everyone give me a perception check. Okay. Yeah, people who are out in the hallway, you hear a flustered, like frantic door opening from basically right behind you from where Lexa came. And a fairly short human woman is looking out, like, looks at you, looks at what you're doing, quickly slams the door, and you hear it lock again.
Probably best, madam.
Okay, so yeah, you successfully get the door open, and if you are going in, you see a pretty sparse room. There's a bed and a smallish desk. There's not really much else in there, and it looks pretty clean.
A smallish desk with a half-naked kill rustling through it.
Yeah, as you get in, you see Pakaz going over the desk, kind of like with his face really close to the surface.
Like pressed into the surface.
Yeah, almost like, and it looks a little strange to everybody else, but he's like going, like he's trying to see specks of dust on this thing. Yeah. And I think we're gonna take a break before I get to tell you what you find in the room.
Alright, sounds good.
Out of character, do you know what the intelligence roll was for?
Yeah, it's to figure out that you already unlocked it.
Yeah, so you just relocked it. That's
I was testing my party who said that they couldn't get through the doorway.
We waited for you before going in the door.
Yeah, they didn't even try the door. It's like the old school, like, we think everything is locked.
I know. I was messaging Kylar real quick. Don't let on. Don't give them hints.
Can John actually hear us? Because it looks like his headset and microphone are both muted.
He may have gone AFK just a second ago.
Okay.
I think it's perfectly logical for my character to assume, well, if they're talking about me coming over, it must be because it's locked.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was pretty great.